Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. You are all the reasons why this channel keeps going, so thank you. Join the Legion today over on patreon.com/63rdlegion to help decide next week's new character for free. Today we're building Akai Hawakawa from Chainsaw Man. As a child, Akai witnessed the complete destruction of his family at the hands of the Gun Devil, the physical embodiment of the fear of guns. Eventually, Akai joined the Devil Hunters, a government organization dedicated to protecting humans from the devils. He did this for the sole purpose of killing the Gun Devil and avenging his family, which is actually really dumb, as devils are completely immortal. Let me explain. If a devil dies on Earth, they are reborn in Hell. If they die in Hell, they are reborn on Earth. The only way to actually kill a devil is to erase the fear they represent, or have Chainsaw Devil eat them, but Akai didn't really know that last part. So Akai's plan to kill the Gun Devil was pointless, as they would just come back whenever they feel like it, but his drive to save lives is noble. To avenge his family, Akai becomes a master in hand-to-hand combat and weapons, though this would not be enough. Akai has made several contracts with captured devils, borrowing a portion of their power to enhance his own abilities as well as receive special tools. With these contracts, he can now summon the Fox Devil to aid him in battle, wield the Sword of the Cursed Devil, which can kill anything by dealing massive damage, can summon the Cursed Devil to kill someone, which will drain his life, greatly enhance his reflex and speed, see seconds into the future, and finally he received a special gift from the Angel Devil in the form of a sword that can hurt everything. He also had another contract, but we're not going to go into that and give you those abilities, as it would be a major spoiler. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're using standard point array to make things simple, and we are multi-classing with a lot of minimums, so keep an eye on them, should you use another system. We're going to start things off with Charisma at 15. You are loved by a lot of people, including those you hate. Dex comes in at 14. Your speed and reflexes are unmatched, even by non-human standards. Wisdom falls in with 13. Your willpower is amazing. Seriously, your entire team crumbled around you except for Denji, but you kept your eye on the prize. Con will fly in with a 12, which is pretty low for your durability and concentration, but yeah, it's what we have to do. Strength was gonna also be low with a 10, and we're gonna dump intelligence. You're not dumb, but we have to put this somewhere, and your goal of revenge is really dumb. I applaud you for wanting to help people and fight evil, but obsessing over one devil really isn't good. Akai is a human, but all your devil contracts have really changed you. Custom Lineage grants you a free feat and skill with your stat improvement. Place +2 into Dex. For your feat, Fey Touch from Tasha's adds +1 to Charisma and blesses you with the power of the Future Devil. Yeah, I know the Future Devil was the third devil you made a contract with, but we're getting that first. This feature gives you 2 spells that you can cast once per long rest without a spell slot, or with a spell slot should you have them. For these spells, Gift of Alacrity allows you to see a few seconds in time, granting you a D8 to your initiative for 8 hours. Misty Step shunts you 30 feet to a place you can see with a bonus action. For your skill, grab Perception. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and one other of your choice. I would go with Infernal. For background, we need the skills Religion and History. You also get 2 more proficiencies, Take Cook's Utensils, and the language Abyssal. Level 1 monks start off with 2 skills. Take Acrobatics and Athletics. You are proficient in simple melee weapons, short swords, 1 artisan tool or musical instrument of your choice, and the saving throws Strength and Dex. Unarmored Defense gives you an AC of 10 plus Dex plus Wisdom when not wearing armor. Martial Arts improves your hand-to-hand combat when not wearing armor. Now when not wearing armor, you can make an unarmed strike with a bonus action after taking the attack action. Your unarmed strikes and simple melee weapons that lack the heavy or two-handed properties, which will be called monk weapons, can use your Dex modifier for attack and damage, and finally your unarmed strikes and monk weapons can use martial arts dice and damage. This starts off as a D4 but will be upgraded later. Level 2 monks gain Unarmored Movement. Now when not wearing armor, your movement is increased, bringing you up to 40 feet. Ki grants you ki points that equal your monk level. With these points, you can perform special moves. For these moves, Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed strikes with a bonus action after taking the attack action for 1 ki point. Patient Defense turns Dodge into a bonus action for 1 ki point. Step of the Wind turns Dash or Disengage and doubles your jump distance for 1 ki point. You regain all used ki points at the end of a 30-minute meditation. Level 3 monks now have access to their subclass, and we need weapon skills. Kensai Monk from Xanathar's grants you Kensai weapons. These are special weapons that will gain new features as you go along in Monk, and they count as monk weapons. You get 2 Kensai weapons at this level, a melee and a range. Choose longsword to be your katana, and a pistol or hand crossbow depending on what your DM allows. Agile Parry turns your Kensai melee weapon into a defensive weapon. While holding your Kensai weapon but attacking only with unarmed strikes, you gain +2 to your AC until the start of your next turn. Kensai Shot lets you boost your ranged Kensai weapon. With a bonus action, when you hit with your ranged Kensai weapon, you will deal 1d4 extra damage until the end of your current turn. Way of the Brush gives you proficiency in either painter supplies or calligraphy supplies. Deflect Missile lets you reduce damage you take from a ranged weapon attack with a reaction by 1d10 plus your monk level plus dex modifier. If you reduce the damage to 0 and have an empty hand, you can spend 1 key point to throw it as an attack as part of the same reaction. Level 1 Warlocks begin with a contract in the form of an otherworldly patron. Fiend from the player's handbook covers every contract you get. Dark One's Blessing allows you to gain temporary HP when you reduce a hostile creature's HP to 0. This equals your Warlock level plus Charisma modifier. Pact Magic allows you to cast spells through your patron as if you're a real spellcaster, which you're not. You have limited spell slots, like 1 for this level, but you get them back at the end of a short or long rest, and these spell slots will be empowered. You're going to start off with 2 cantrips and 2 first level spells. For your spells, Hex curses a target that you can see within 90 feet with a bonus action. For the next hour while you maintain this spell, the target will take 1d6 necrotic damage each turn you hit with an attack. You can also give it disadvantage on a skill check of your choice. If the target dies before the hour is up, you can transfer the curse to someone else you can see with a bonus action. Protection from Evil and Good lets you gift a creature you touch, including yourself, with some protection for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. While active, the one being affected by the spell is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Attacks from those creatures against the spell target are at disadvantage. The target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by those creatures, and if they are already affected by those effects, they have advantage on the saving throws to end them. You get 2 cantrips, have fun choosing. Maybe Eldritch Blast for some more range power because, well, let's not talk about why Eldritch Blast fits with you. Level 2 Warlocks receive Eldritch Invocations. These are special gifts from your contracts that grant you new abilities or enhance the ones you already have. You start off with 2, but we're only going to give you 1 because I want one next level. For this invocation, Armor of Shadows lets you cast Mage Armor without a spell slot or material components. This gives you an AC of 13 plus Dex for 8 hours. Think of this as enhanced reflexes aiding you to dodge attacks. For your new spell, take what you want. By the way, you now have 2 spell slots. Enjoy that because it's going to be a while before you get more. You've hit character level 5, bump up your proficiency bonus to +3. Level 3 Warlocks gain a Pact Boon. This is a special gift from your patron. Pact of the Blade grants you a magical weapon that will eventually cause some serious damage. This weapon can be any melee weapon, and you will always be proficient with it. You can summon this weapon with an action and can bond with a magical weapon if you want to make it your Pact weapon. For this, create a rapier. If you're wondering, Kensai Monk will give us Angel Sword, while this gives us Curse's Sword. Yes, they could be the same weapon, but why not have some fun with this? Now for that invocation. Improved Pact Weapon adds +1 to your Pact Weapon's attack and damage, turns it into your spellcasting focus, and you can now create a ranged weapon that is your Pact Weapon. Your spell slots are now upgraded to level 2. For your new spell, take what you want. We already have a 2nd level spell, Misty Step, that you want for this. We're not actually going to need many spells for this whole build, just really good ones, and really specific ones. Level 4 Warlocks earn our first ability score improvement, bump up dex for more attack, damage, and AC. For your new spell, take what you want. You also get a new cantrip here, have fun. Level 4 Monks earn another ability score improvement, cap off dex. Slow Fall lets you reduce falling damage with a reaction by 5 times your monk level. Quickened Healing lets you heal yourself with an action by spending 2 key points and rolling a martial arts dice and adding your proficiency bonus to it. Level 5 monks now have extra attack. You can attack twice with a single attack action. Stunning Strike allows you to stun enemies you hit by spending 1 key point and forcing a con save. This save is based on your wisdom, not your charisma like your spells. If they fail, they are stunned until the end of your next turn. A stunned creature can't move, can barely talk, automatically fails strength and dex checks, can't take actions or reactions, and all attacks against them are at advantage. Focus Aim lets you turn a miss into a hit by spending up to 3 key points. For each point spent, you can add +2 to the attack roll. Finally, your martial arts dice are now a d6. You've hit character level 9, bump up your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 6 monks gain key empowered strikes and magical Kensei weapons. Your unarmed strikes and Kensei weapons now deal magical damage, making you able to hurt anything with your katana. You also gain a new Kensei weapon, take whatever you want. Death Strike lets you add damage to your Kensei weapon. Once per turn, you can spend 1 key point to add a martial arts dice to the damage. Finally, your unarmed movement is now 45 feet. Level 5 Warlocks receive another invocation. For this invocation, Eldritch Smite lets you burn spell slots to add force damage to your packed weapon. For each level of Warlock spell slot, you add 1d8 force damage, and you can knock the creature you hit prone if they are size category huge or smaller. Your spell slots are now also upgraded to 3rd level, which means 3d8 force damage with Eldritch Smite if you want to do that. For your new spell, Spirit Shroud summons the power of the Cursed Devil for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. While active, you deal an extra 1d8 necrotic damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you, or it could be radiant or cold. You can choose the type of damage when you cast this spell, but the Cursed Devil would be necrotic. Additionally, any creature within 10 feet of you that can see you has its speed reduced until the start of your next turn. Level 6 Warlocks now have Dark One's own luck. Now when you roll for a skill check or saving throw, you can add 1d10 to the roll, but only if the DM hasn't revealed if it failed. You can do this once per short or long rest. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 7 Warlocks get another invocation. Take what you want here. We're not at the level for the invocations we want yet. You know what you do get though? Your spell slots are now upgraded to 4th level, and we can finally grab a spell we really want. Time to summon the Fox Devil with Summon Greater Demon. Well, actually not, but give me a second and I'll explain. You can now summon a demon that is CR 5 or lower to fight for you. At the end of each of its turns, the demon must make a charisma save. If it fails, it remains under your control, but if it passes, it is free of your command and will attack any non-demon creature nearby. As part of this spell, you form a protective circle around you that the demon can't pass through or attack you. You must maintain this spell for 1 hour, and if you drop it, the demon will stay until 1d6 rounds have passed or it hits 0 HP. New milestone, your character level 13, raise your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 8 Warlocks earn another ability score improvement, bump up Charisma. For your new spell, Banishment forces a Charisma save on a creature within 60 feet. Should they fail, they are trapped in a small pocket dimension for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. At the end of the spell, they will return to where they previously were, unless they are not native to the plane you're currently on, like a devil. At the end of Banishment, they will return to their native dimension. Level 9 Warlocks gain another invocation. For this invocation, Otherworldly Leap lets you cast Jump without a spell slot. This triples your jump distance for 1 minute. You also get your spell slots upgraded to 5th level, which is the highest you can go. For your new spell, Far Step is a 60-foot shunt to a spot you can see with a bonus action, and you can maintain this spell for 1 minute and shunt with a bonus action each turn. Level 10 Fiend Warlocks receive Fiendish Resilience. This grants you resistance to any type of damage of your choice when you finish a short or long rest. You maintain this resistance until you use the feature again. Magical weapons or silvered weapons can ignore this resistance. You get a new cantrip here, take what you want. Level 11 Warlocks now have a Mystic Arcanum. This is a spell over 5th level that you can cast once per long rest without a spell slot. This Arcanum is at 6th level. For this Arcanum, Summon Fiend will summon a fiend under your complete control for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. When you summon it, you choose its form, and this will determine its abilities. There are 3 forms, so I'll let you read them and choose which one you like, though Demon works pretty well for the Fox Devil. For your new spell, take what you want. Maybe look into Planar Binding to help capture fiends on the loose. By the way, you now have 3 spell slots. You've hit character level 17, your proficiency bonus is now maxed out at +6. Level 12 Warlocks earn our final ability score improvement, Cap Off Charisma. For your final invocation, Life Drinker adds necrotic damage to your packed weapon that equals your Charisma modifier. Level 13 Warlocks get our final Arcanum, this one at 7th level. For this one, Finger of Death unlocks the Cursed Devil's final gift to you. Targeting a creature within 60 feet, you force a con save. Should they fail, they take 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage. Should they die from this, they become a zombie under your control. The last part doesn't fit, but you can just kill the zombie. For your final spell, take what you want. Our final level is level 14 Warlock, and Fiend Warlocks get Hurl Through Hell, which can also fit with the Cursed Devil's power. Basically, any feature that causes massive damage in one hit can fit the Cursed Devil. When you hit a creature with an attack, you hurl them through another dimension. They vanish till the next turn, and when they reappear, they take 10d10 psychic damage. You can do this once per long rest. Now that you've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 13, Charisma 20. Your total levels are Warlock 14, Monk 6. Let's dive in. You are a devil's worst nightmare. Wielding the Cursed Devil Sword, you're dealing 1d8 plus 5 damage. You can then add plus 5 necrotic damage, can burn a spell slot to add 5d8 force damage, and can add another d8 or d6 depending on which spell you use. That means the total damage for an attack will be 6d8 plus 10. Using Angel Devil's Sword, you're dealing 1d8 plus 5 or 1d10 plus 5 if you're wielding with 2 hands, and you can add a d6 to this. We'll talk about why I gave you 2 swords soon. You can also banish devils, unleash some serious pain like 10d10 or 7d8 plus 30 damage. You can also summon fiends to your aid, protect yourself from them, grant yourself resistances, and add to skill checks and saving throws. Downside. Firstly, your health is not great. You're only just being over 110 taking the average. I would say being a frontline fighter, you want higher health, but you're always geared yourself out to deal massive damage and throw caution to the wind because you're single-minded on your goal. So maybe the health fits you. Your intelligence stat is garbage. You want to get that up. Finally, this build has something that it doesn't need. 2 swords. You can't fight with both of them, and one is massively better. In fact, you could just combine these features together and just have one weapon. So why 2? Simple. Narrative. This actually allows you and your DM to talk this out and figure out the best handle to the story. Maybe your packed weapon is a divergence that grows with power but is killing you the more you use it. I created a weapon that is the Cursed Devil Sword for my games, and it does kill its wielder the more it's used, but damn is it strong and tempting to use. I plan on releasing that to everyone on Patreon once I get the damn time to make the sheet. Life gets a little too much sometimes. Get out there and find the devil that took everything from you, but before that, maybe realize you've gained a lot of awesome people along the way. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.